So different giveaway methods. There are essentially three main giveaway methods that we'll discuss in this lesson. The first assumption that we need to make, or the only assumption really for these examples that I'm about to go into, these three methods or these three examples, is we're going to use 100 units to give away. We're going to assume that we have 100 units to give away. Method number one, I call this fast blast. This method is essentially giving away 100 units in a very short period of time. So the example here is on day 1 we give 50 units away, and on day 4 we give another 50 units away. You may be thinking, well, why did I go from day 1 to day 4? Why not just do day 1 and day 2? Well, it's because Amazon's keyword rankings can take up to 72 hours to update. That's very, very important. So in any one of these three cases or these three methods, you'll notice that we don't do giveaways on consecutive days or even 2 days apart. We do them 3 days apart. Right? And again, that's because Amazon's keyword rankings can take up to 72 hours to update. So keep that in mind, for all giveaway methods, for all three of these. So again, day 1, 50 units, day 4, 50 units. This is the fast blast method of doing giveaways. Giving 100 units away, or giving however many units you want away in a very short period of time. Now, in terms of consistent and long-term ranking or BSR boost, it's very good. This method is very good in doing that. In terms of immediate major ranking or BSR boost, so again, there are two different things here. One, we're looking at the consistency and the long-term boost. How long will this actually help us maintain our rank, right? Through, for example, for a few weeks or months. Whereas, the immediate major ranking, so like within a couple of days or within those 4 days, how well will it help me? In terms of the long-term ranking boost, it is good. In terms of the immediate ranking or ranking boost, it's amazing. It's the best. So out of these three methods, in terms of the immediate boost that you get, it's the best because you're giving away so many units in such a short period of time. But after those 4 days, you're not doing anything essentially. So then you're gonna, slowly your rank may dip or whatever. It's not gonna, be maintained at that rank that it's at immediately after you do those giveaways. So it's good only in terms of the long term. And the other thing that it's great for is the number one new release badge. So basically every product that's new, every one of you obviously has a new product that you're going to be selling on Amazon. You have the potential or the ability to get the number one new release badge. Now there's really no criteria, or I don't think anyone knows how to actually get that badge. There's no systematic way of knowing, okay, you need this many sales over this period of time. It's more just that if you have a very large amount of sales just starting out with a new product, then Amazon will give you this number one new release badge, as you can see in this thumbnail, right? And that's great because that increases conversion. So if you can get that badge, and this first method really helps in doing that, and actually all three of these methods will help you and enable you to get that number one new release badge, and that's a great start to your products and to your sales and to your ranking, because when people see that badge, first of all, when they come to your page, they'll be more willing to buy your product, which will lead to more organic sales, and it's almost like a snowball effect from there. So this is method number one. That's fast blast. Method number two, this method is called ready steady. The A shouldn't be there actually, it's just called ready steady. So the method here, right, again, the first method was we gave away 50 units day 1, 50 units day 4. Here the method is a little bit different. Okay, it's called ready steady for a reason. On day 1 we're giving away 20 units. On day 4, again, we're maintaining that 3-day kind of gap between the giveaway days. So we're going to give another 20 units on day 4, and then we're going to keep doing that every 3 days until day 13. Okay, so we do 20 on day 1, 20 on day 4, 20 on day 7, 20 on day 10, and then 20 on day 13. That totals 100 units given away. That's going to take us almost 2 weeks to give away 100 units. All right. So looking at the three things here, the consistent boost that we get is better. Because in the first method, we were giving away 100 units in only 4 days. But now we're giving away 100 units over 14 days. So the consistent long-term boost that we get in our ranking is much better. But the immediate ranking boost, we don't get, it's really good, but it's not as good as the first method, right? But this thing is that you can still get the number one new release badge, so it's okay. All right, so it's kind of the moderate in terms of both. It gives you a good long-term boost, and it also gives you a good immediate boost. So that's the second method. It's called ready steady. The final one is called tiered. And this method, again, is different from the other two. We're going to give away 10 units on day 1. We're going to give another 15 units on day 4. We're going to give another 20 units on day 7. And now you can kind of see the pattern, right? We're increasing the amount of units that we're giving away every third day. So we went from 10 to 15 to 20, and now on day 10 we'll give 25, and then on day 13 we'll give away 30, and that gives us the total of 100. So now the time period is still 13 days, just as method number 2 was, but we tiered it. Instead of doing 20 units over, on those 5 days, rather we did 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. So this is great because Amazon, essentially, when you do the tiered method, Amazon basically thinks that your sales are increasing consistently, and that is known to make Amazon give you a better ranking boost, okay? Especially consistently in long term. And that's why out of the three methods, this is the best in terms of consistent long term ranking boost. This is the best. However, in terms of immediate ranking boost, it's not. It's actually the worst of the three, but it still gives you a very good boost, obviously, because you're still giving away a good number of units early on, right? So it's good in that regard. But it was, it's the least of the three though. And of course, as I mentioned at the beginning, all three of these methods enable you to get the number one new release badge very easily. So those are the three methods. Again, we had the first one, which was Fast Blast, the second one, which was Ready Steady, and the third one, which was Tiered. And those are the three essential methods. You can choose from any one of those three. Now, of course, the question may be, well, why are you giving us three methods? What method should we choose and when should we choose it? So there are basically two general scenarios. The first is when you're launching a new product, and the second is when you're ranking an existing product. When you're launching a new product, which you're going to be doing very soon, then any of the three methods works very well. You can choose any one of the three and you're pretty much good. It's not like you have anything to worry about. It's your personal preference, looking at what you're looking for. Would you rather want the immediate boost or would you rather want the more consistent long-term boost? It's up to you. So any of the three works really well in my own experience and in my knowledge. The second scenario is ranking an existing product. So the tiered method works best in this case. So let's say that you have a second, let's say you have your first product that you've already launched and you're, let's say, a couple of months into it, and you see that your ranking is falling a little bit, and you want to do some giveaways to push your rank up a little bit, right? So the best method to use when you're trying to rank your product that's, has already launched a couple of months ago or a few weeks ago is the tiered one. That gives you the best consistent long-term boost, because in the case where you have an existing product that you're trying to rank, you're not really looking for that initial strong boost, right, which is the first method or the second method. You're rather looking for the more consistent long-term boost that will maintain your ranking, for the longest period of time. So that's why the tiered method works best.